Hello, I'm Hywel Griffith, head chef at Beach House Restaurant in Oxwich, and today I'm going to cook you a rack of Welsh Lamb, something nice and simple that you could try at home. And here we have our collection of ingredients. We have the wild garlic leaf and flowers, some peeled and washed potatoes, double cream, we have some thyme, garlic and rosemary, tender stem broccoli, and of course the star of the show, which is the Welsh rack of lamb, and a couple of neck fillets as well. So we're going to start with the roasting and the cooking of the lamb neck fillet. We're going to roast it off in a pan first, and then we're going to cook it in the pressure cooker. I like this method because it cooks it really quickly, and what you get is a really succulent piece of lamb at the end. The lamb goes into the pan, tiny little bit of oil, and all we're going to do now is roast the lamb until it's nice and golden. So all I'm going to do is place the fillets in the pressure cooker, and all we've got here is some chicken stock, and I'm just going to pour this just so it covers them about halfway. So these will take about half an hour to cook. Bring it up to temperature, half an hour later, they'll be delicious and ready to work with. So just got some double cream here, nice pinch of salt in there, a couple of sprigs of rosemary, 5 or 6 sprigs of thyme, and also we're going to take a few cloves of garlic. And all we're going to do is crush the garlic. That's it. Take most of the skin off the outside, but it doesn't really matter too much about that. All we need to do here now is bring it to the boil, let it cool down. What that does, it lets all the oils and the flavours from the garlic, thyme and rosemary to seep into the cream and flavour it, ready to cook our potatoes. So it's just been over 40 minutes now, been about 45 minutes. The lamb is ready. I've just left the pressure out the cooker, but obviously be very careful at this point. There we go. They're nice and succulent, and obviously keep this stock now because this is what we're going to make our sauce with later. The most important thing is to slice them all the same thickness. You don't want to go too thin. You kind of want them about just under ½ centimetre, about 1/3 of a centimetre. There we go. All the potatoes sliced, ready to go. You don't have to be too worried about how you're going to put the potatoes in the tray here. You just want a nice even covering on the bottom. Next, the wild garlic. The wild garlic has just been washed and it goes in raw. Don't cook it beforehand. You can do it with spinach, you can do it with sorrel leaves, you can do it with any kind of green leaf vegetable. You can put cabbage in there, but I just find it's in season now. It's a great flavour. I just want to use it. You'll notice I haven't put any salt in here because I seasoned the cream before. So there's a good pinch of salt and I put a few twists of pepper in there. So what I'm going to do, take a few spoons of the cream. Obviously we don't want any of the big herb pieces in there. Now on to the next layer, which is potato again. Again, nice even layering, just covering the wild garlic, just a nice kind of single layer here. There we go. So I'm just going to slice the lamb. You could flake it, but I just want to keep the pieces together a little bit. And then we're going to drop these take a sieve, pour the remainder of my cream over the potatoes. I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, coating absolutely every one. As the potato cooks, they're going to sink, the cream's going to boil up and everything. It's going to be fantastic. Right, this goes into the oven at 175 degrees. Probably take about 35 to 40 minutes again. As I said before, it's important to keep the chicken stock with that we cooked the lamb necks in to make the sauce. And all we're going to do is pour it into this pan. We're just going to reduce it. There's going to be enough flavour in there. It's going to make a fantastic sauce. Here's our amazing rack of Welsh Lamb. Now this is a 7-bone rack. It's probably enough for 3 people. The bones are still on there. They've took the back bones off it. You've still got the rib bones there. So all I'm going to do here is take this kind of membrane off it. This way, we took it off. I'm just going to score the lamb fat, and as we roast it, this will render down, and you'll just end up with a beautifully crispy fat. And as you see there, I'm not actually cutting into the meat. I'm going to preheat the pan. Tiny little bit of oil. Lamb, you know, there's a nice covering of fat on there, not too much, so you don't want too much oil in the pan. So the lamb goes in, fat side down first, and we're just going to roast this till it's nice and dark golden, just like we did with the neck fillets. Oh, there we go. So you can see, we roasted the lamb, nice and golden brown all over. We roasted it mostly on the fat side. What this done, it breaks it down. You can see all that fat in the pan. All that's been cooked out of the meat now. So I'm just going to discard that excess fat. Right. It's still raw in the middle, so this lamb's going to go in the oven. Same oven as the potatoes. It's probably going to take about 15 to 20 minutes. If you're not 100% confident on cooking of whole joints like this, just get yourself a little temperature probe. They're so cheap and readily available online now. It's the best thing to do. So we're going to aim to get this to about 48 degrees. By the time it's rested, it'll be beautifully pink in the middle. So in the oven we go. Again, you can see there's more fat come out the skin and that because we scored it. Oh, it smells delicious. Right? One of the most important things when roasting meats is let it rest. Okay, we're going to rest this for 10 minutes now. If you're not sure the cooking, get a temperature probe. 48 to 50 if you like kind of medium rare, and obviously go up in 5-degree increments for your medium well, or well done. Hopefully we'll be able to pull this out the mold. Oh yes. There we go. I've just got a pan of boiling salted water here, and it's just tender stem broccoli. Just going to drop it in. Of course, this will go with any green vegetable you really want. Really, I just want something a bit fresh to go with it as well. And now it's time to play it. So all I'm going to do is take this long knife, and I'm just going to use the bone as a guide, and I'm going to run down the bone so there's no meat wastage. All the way to the bottom. And as promised before, 48 to 50 degrees, beautifully pink. I'm just going to trim the little bottom tail off. I'm going to slice the lamb up. Just going to take a little fish slice, another potato, Nice little tidy pile of the broccoli. And of course our lamb reduction sauce from before. All I've done is reduce this stock down, okay? It'll just naturally thicken because of the gelatin out of the meat and stuff, and it will taste so good. And here we go. Beautifully pink Welsh lamb, as I promised. There we go, just warm the sauce back through. Just put the sauce in the middle of the plate. Don't be tempted to put the sauce over the meat because it's beautifully pink. You've cooked it really well and you want to show that off to the rest of your family or whoever you're cooking for. So this is my roasted rack of Welsh lamb, wild garlic dauphinoise potatoes and tender stem broccoli. I hope you try it and I hope you enjoy it.